This demonstration is about the new online EDU automation project which we have created, and this complete application is deployed on Heroku application platform. So we have kept this login and sign up page very much basic, as we have put our all efforts in creating the main application of this project. And in the very first code, that user will be having these two options, login and sign up. So if the user is registered one, then he can simply click on this login, and if the user wants to create a new account, he's not a registered user, then he can click on the sign up account, and then he'll be redirected to the main application of this project. So because I'm a registered user of this project, I will just simply click on this, and I'll provide my details like email and the password to it, and just simply click on login. This is the link to the main application. We have to click on this, and the main idea behind creating this project is to save the time of the data scientist, data analysis, or maybe business analyst in creating and or maybe in exploring the data set which they have. This is the outlook of main application. So if you want to enter or if you want to use the EDA operations, then you definitely have to either create a new project like this add and start project, or you can use the existing project as well. So in case if you have not started the project, if I just click on this basic EDA, then you will be receiving this message that there is no project running, that there is not any current project which is running. So what you have to do, you have to start the project, and then there is a guideline that just go to this project dashboard, which is this. Let us go here, and then we have to either select the option add and start project or view and start project. So if I want to add and start project, like I want to create a new project, then again I have to provide my email ID here, and I am just simply providing my email ID. Here I have to give a name to this project, so I will write new project 2, then the description of this project ABC, and then here we have these many options that user can actually take CSV or maybe use Excel, TSV files, or MongoDB file as well. So I'm just selecting CSV for simple purpose, and then browse your files. I am selecting this GPS final file to upload, and then we have to wait for some time till we get a message here that okay, so we have saved our data. Now we have to add this project to continue working, and this all complete details will be saved in Cassandra, plus the data set will be saved in the MongoDB database. Just wait for some time. So as we see that this message is displayed here, that project is added. Now we can go and perform all sort of operations. So the first thing is this basic EDA operation. So in this basic EDA operation, we have these many options. We can see the data frame. We can visualize the top and bottom rows of the data frame. Some basic details can be checked, and one is this pandas profiling report. So let us see the complete data frame from here. So this is the option. So from here you can see actually the complete data frame. Then we have this option of selecting the top and bottom rows. So if I want to check the top rows, then I have to click on this head, and the number of rows can be incremented from here. Similarly, if I want to check the tail of this data frame, then I can give my value from here, and I'll get the display of the last. You can see from here 9135, 9136, and so on. Now we have some basic details to show. So again, data frame can be viewed from here also. Shape of the data frame is 9145 rows and 7 columns. The column names can be displayed here, and some small description of the data set can be received from here, and the data type list can be viewed from here. So the rating is of float type, category is of int type, and if we have any kind of duplicate rows, that can also be seen from here. So we have the list of all these rows which are actually duplicated in the system. Then we have some advanced EDA operations as well. So you can see the first thing is, so this is a list of all advanced operation. column report. This column report will give you the complete analysis of column, and you can select the column and get the complete, either if it is of numerical data type or maybe categorical data type, the complete analysis of that particular column can be shown from here. Then we have this missing value detail. This missing value detail comprises of the complete missing value details of the data frame. We have this quantile statistics. Then we also have this frequency count value. We can also see the correlation report and group by and sort operation. Let us first see this column report. So we have given these two options, numerical and column. If the user wants to select the numerical columns, then as we have seen that there are no columns of categorical data type, so we only have this numerical columns with us. Now if I want to see select any particular column, I can select from here. I'm just keeping it for the ratings. Then the quantile stats of the rating column will come here. Then the quantile at a particular value can be seen here. The missing value report in terms of number and the percentage can be seen here. The distribution of missing values can be fetched here. The zero value, like how many zeros are there in the rating column, unique values in the rating column, and the frequency count, like if the frequency count, if the rating is like 1 2 3 4, then what is the frequency count of that, and the percentage of that, like if like 4.191a, so it has appeared 1416 times, and the percentage of this category is 15.4839%. Then we have this histogram generated for this column rating. Similarly, we have this cumulative distribution plot, and we also have this box plot. So if you're comfortable viewing in x-axis, then this is the generated one. If you want to view the same in y-axis, then you just simply have to select the y-axis, and all these quantile details will be shown here: max, Q3, median, Q1, and all this IQR range you can calculate it from here. Then we have this missing value report. So we do not have any missing value. So this is the report, and then we have this quantile statistics. So if I want to see the quantile statistics of this column, then because I do not have, basically in this quantile statistics of categorical columns, we will have the number of frequency, the unique categories, the unique values. So all kind of details will come here. Then we have this view analysis of numerical column. So the complete analysis of the numerical column in terms of standard deviation, minimum value, 25 percentile, and this quantile, and all this kind of values will come here. Then we have this get quantile stats, in which we have to provide the value. So if I want to check this, then this is going to give me the complete list of values for each and every columns available in the data set. Then we have this count value, which is the frequency count value. So if I'll go here and see the total number of categories, that means total number of unique values in the rating column is 40. In review, it is 129, and so on. Similarly, if I want to see the frequency of data points of the column, then in terms of this matrix, you can say the report will be generated. So if I want to see for say it installs new, then you can get it here, like the applications, like this value, like 10,000 value has appeared 1011 number of times, and the total percentage is 11% of the complete column. Then similarly, we have this correlation report. So in this correlation report, we have kept it quite amazing. So correlation for all columns, that means the correlation for all the columns will be generated report. And if you want to check the matrix of this correlation report, then also there is this option, just select the matrix, and this matrix will be displayed here. We have also given this options where the user can select that whether he wants to see the Pearson correlation, Spearman correlation, Kendall correlation. So in this Pearson correlation, there is a strict linear relationship is shown. In this is Spearman, what happens that the monotonic increment or decrement kind of relationships are shown, and similarly, so we have this Kendall. So if the user does not know what is the difference between this Pearson, then he can get the description of this Pearson from here. Similarly, for Pearson, it can be shown from here, and for Kendall, it can be shown from here. Now if I want to see the correlation with respect to one column, then the matrix for that particular column with respect to other columns will be generated. And here also we can select the column. So if I want to see the reviews, I want to see the correlation of all the other columns with reviews, then this graph with respect to this Pearson method. Now I'm changing the Pearson method to Spearman method. So this is the graphical representation, and this is the matrix representation which can be shown from here. If I want to increase the graph size, so suppose I am selecting this and I want to visualize it in a bigger mode, then this is the way to do this. Now I'm just selecting this column, so this way I have made this complete analysis, this complete advanced analysis very much interactive using Plotly. Then we have this option of group by and sort operations. So we have kept it quite advanced. In this group by operations, group by and sort operation, you will be having these three options: group by, sort data frame with respect to any column, and sort column. So in this group by operation, what you have to do, you just have to select the column. So if I'm selecting this reviews column, then here this functions will be available. So you can either get the sum of those groups, maybe count, maybe describe, mean, or median. So if I'm just selecting the sum, then I will get the result this way. So you can see this is the generated result. Similarly, if I want to see the count, then this is the group by operation with count function. And so as we have given the list of functions, and if you want to change the column, you can change it from here. Then we have the sort data frame with respect to column. So if I want to sort my data frame with respect to any column in any kind of selective order, so if I want to sort my data frame with respect to rating column, and I want to view my data frame in descending order, and I am just selecting 5 or maybe 10, top 10 rows with respect to rating column, then I will just click over here and I will get my data frame with indexes as well. So this is the list, and then we have this last option, which is sort column. So in the sort column, so just here also we have this, and here the sorting is based on the count value, count frequency. So I'll just click on this, and you will only get the frequency count of the rating column in ascending order. So this is the value which you are getting. And then we also have this visualization ED operations. So we have this visual EDA as well, in which we have given some 2D and 3D plots like correlation report, distribution report, box plot, line chart, pie chart, and scatter and bar plot. So all these are available for 2D reports, where we have given 3 charts like scatter chart, mesh plot, and surface plot chart. So all these are available for 3D representation. So we already have seen this correlation report. So this is exactly the same. The user can access this correlation report from the visual exploratory data analysis as well. Then we have this distribution report, in which the distribution graph will be generated for all columns, and you can see it from here, right? And any of this histogram plot can be viewed in this broad view as well. And if I want to select any particular column for which I want to see the distribution, then I can simply select this option, select the column, and I can provide the list of I can have the list of the columns, and I can select any column for which I want to generate my histogram. Then we have this box plot as well. So again, the option is available for all the columns, to generate box plot for all the columns, and to select any particular column. So this is the box plot which is getting generated for all the columns in the x-axis. If you want to visualize it in y-axis, then here is this option. And if you want to select any particular column, then here is the list of all available columns. If you want to select this review, then here you can see this, and similarly you can rotate the axis as well from choosing x or y axis. Then we have this line chart report as well. For some analysis, data scientist data analysis must need this kind of line chart as well. So here you have to provide the x-axis column. Suppose if I'm selecting this review, and this y-axis, let it be for rating as well, and then I have to click on submit. So this kind of line chart will be generated, because this seems like very much clustered, as we have not given any proper column for x or y axis. But if you are selecting any particular column, any column, then the report will be generated for this line chart graph. And then we have this pie chart report. So if from here you can select the list of, you will have the list of all columns. You can select any column, and if you want to see, like if you want to limit the unique categories, then you can simply select the number. So the number of unique categories can be selected as 10 or maybe 20 or maybe 30. So suppose if I'm just selecting the value to be size new, and then I am selecting this 20. So here the list of options will be limited. If I'm selecting this 10, then I will have this many, and if I'm selecting this 30, then I have two categories available. So basically this 10 categories, this 10 unique categories, if I'm selecting, which this is showing that the column with only 10 categories, unique categories, will be displayed. The list of all those columns which are having only 10 unique categories will come here. And if I'm selecting this 30, that means that only the columns with 30 unique categories will get displayed here. So I'm just selecting this 20, and I am selecting this content rating new, and I'm clicking on this submit option. So this kind of this kind of pie chart pie plot will be generated with the values as well, with the percentage value as well. So this is this is showing that 72.7% is for the size 143, like all those things. And then you have this scatter plot report as well, which is in the 2D format. So if I'm selecting this, let me change the select any other column for x-axis, and if I'm selecting this, then you will get this kind of scatter plot. Then we have this bar plot for 2D. So if I just select this, so this kind of bar plot will get generated if I am just maximizing it, and if I am selecting this, so then this kind of interaction is possible. So now the next option is this scatter chart report. So there is a difference between scatter plot report and scatter chart report. So in scatter plots we just had two options, x and y axis, but in this scatter chart reports we'll be having three options, like x, y, z axis. So for x axis, if I'm selecting the size new, and for y axis, if I am selecting this reviews column, and for z axis I'm selecting this rating column. I'm just providing the columns to all these axes, and then I am selecting the size option. So if I'm selecting the size option to let's say it be size new, then here is the graph which will get generated. So let me maximize it. So I hope it is visible to you. So this is the graph which will get generated. This is the 3D graph which will get generated. So similarly, we have this mesh plot with us, and the surface plots report with us. So I'm just selecting, just giving some random values to x, y, z axis, and this kind of report will get generated. So this kind of report will be generated. You can view it like this. And then we have this one more option, which is the suggestion page. So to come to the suggestion page, so we have also given the suggestion form, where if you are feeling that any kind of functionality with respect to EDA is missing, then you can simply write down your suggestion here. And to use this form, you do not have to be a registered user. So suppose if I am just giving my email ID here, and I am giving my name as XYZ, and I'm writing down my suggestion. So let it be suggestion, record, suggestion, suggested, whatever, like I'm just writing it for demo purpose, and I'm just clicking on submit button. Then what it will do, it will save this suggestion from this email ID by this user. The record will be recorded in our Cassandra database. And to use this, you do not have to basically provide any kind of data set. Just like I have clicked on this, and if I am just going hit here, I cannot see any kind of project running. But if I want to use the suggestion page, then there is this option. So I can simply go here and give my suggestion to the developer.